already surrender. He's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame here on opening day. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Man at second. Swinging a drive, deep right field. That one's carrying. Pulls it in on the warning track. Runner tags and goes to third.
Well, that one ended up a lot closer to home run than I thought off the bat. Clearly didn't get it all. But with that wind blowing out to right, almost pushed that one over the wall.
And now Brendan Donovan, 0 for 2 in this one. That one ripped. And it one-hops the wall. He pulls into second. A run comes in on the play.
Waste no time there. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Wilson Contreras now up to the plate. And that one pulled foul. Runner at second here, one gone. And that one hammered. And that's a foul ball.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Lopez gets the swing and the miss. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Gosh, here it is, hit it. 3-pitch strikeout, all fastballs. Man, he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch right now.
Here's Nolan Gorman. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Donovan headed for the plate. Brings it in, and that will end. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Swings and misses. 0-1.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Caught him looking for the K. Matt Wallner, the next Twin up to hit. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Towards first, Contreras. The flip to the pitcher covering, and 2 away to start the 7th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Way out front for strike 2.
No ball.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Strike 3, got him with the sweeper. Twins retired. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. Lopez back to work. That one hammered but pulled foul. Ground ball right side. Miranda steps on the bag, and the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th. Here's Nolan Arenado. There's a swing and a drive. And that is a foul ball.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field not.
Ripped to third and caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well.
Now
I know he didn't produce a hit, but he made
Ivan
solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do
Herrera.
anytime you're at the plate.
And now it's Ivan Herrera. He had a big swing back in the sixth. The solo shot that figures into this game in a pretty big way right now.
Yeah, that was a big swing of the bat, and he's going to be looking for more, trying to add on to this lead right here.
And that's the third out. Back here in St. Louis, Ryan Jeffers at the plate. Swing and a ground ball. Tosses to first, and that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the eighth.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
Walker settles under it and makes the catch. And there's two away. This one in the air. Gorman makes the catch, and that'll do it. Twins are set down 1-2-3. They trail in this one 3-0.
Pitching for Minnesota.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the eighth. Brock Stewart.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players.
That one drilled left field, and it hits the fence. Around first and hustling for second. The relay not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Put a pretty good swing on that one as he drove it out to deep left. Didn't quite have the right combination of launch angle and exit velocity to get it over the fence, but you're never going to be disappointed with extra bases.
Digging in, Mason Wynn. Liner, and that should be extra bases. Walker is waved home. He'll score easily. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. He got a pitch he could get to out front, kept his back through the ball, and didn't pull off or roll his hands over. And that allowed him to rip that ball down the line for the double.
And that's a fair ball. Wynn around third. He will score. And he'll pull into second safely.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. Just a really nice job of turning on that.
Pitching for the Twins.
Brendan Donovan next up for the
Number
Cardinals.
55.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
And a swing and a line drive at a right field. He's there. He's got it. Runner tags at second. And the throw's offline. Safe at third. Here comes Wilson Contreras. 0 for 3 in this one. Foul ball. One away with a runner at third. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. And foul ball. Foul ball still 0-2. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. And that one hops the wall. The relay throw, and he's in there as a run scores.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
That one is absolutely belted. And that's going to bang against the wall. Contreras crosses the plate. The relay to second. Not in time. He's safe. And a run comes in to score. 1 out, runner at second. Now it's the DH, Alec Burleson. Now this is in the air down the line. Wallner makes the grab. Runner tags at second. He gets there safe at third as he moves up with 2 gone. So now it's Nolan Arenado. Now this one's crushed down the line. Hooking. Foul ball.
Oh, it's a really good pass to the ball right there. Just a little bit too quick. He's got to find a way. Just let it travel a hair more.
And that one fouled off. Gorman on third with 2 out. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Two outs. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. This one isn't exactly close, Chris. Let's go off script for a moment.
I'm game.
Were we on script?
Never.
Singy, one of the biggest ways the game has changed, bullpen arms. So many elite level bullpen arms.
Yeah, and I'm glad I'm not playing anymore. I mean, it's just a nightmare. When that door swings open out of the bullpen, you know what's coming in is 95 and above with at least one nasty pitch.
Stepping in, Jose Miranda. Right through there for a strike. The other component is you get less viewings of a specific pitcher, so your ability to go to school on one guy, you maybe get 2 looks at him and then he's gone.
Yeah, and I mean, these guys utilize the iPads and try to see previous footage of that pitcher, but it's just not the same as having an actual look. Tasked with 1, 2, and 3 to start this inning, but no trouble so far. I'm sure he'd love to strike out the side here. Make a little statement, but you've got to be composed in this spot. Focus on getting this next guy. You got 2 good outs. Want to get the third one and avoid the middle of that lineup coming up with a base runner. Could become dangerous.
Got him, and that's the ball game. Back here in St. Louis, welcome if you just joined us, Jon Sciambi and Chris Singleton, as we've got 2 away in the 9th. So bases all loaded up. Castro now at the plate. Swinging a foul out of play. Next offering is in for a strike.
Got to be careful here. This is the type of hitter that can punish you even with...
Got him, and that's the ball game. Back here at Busch Stadium, John Shambi alongside Chris Singleton. Thanks for joining us. We're in the 7th with nobody out. New arm on the mound for the Cardinals, Ryan Fernandez.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning. Singy, that was a close play. Ryan Jeffers at the plate. And a foul ball. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. And that one is popped in the air, shallow center. Gorman hauls it in, and there's 2 away. And next for Minnesota, Matt Wallner. Tap foul at the plate. Trying to hold a 1-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. Fouled off. He was late. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Down go the Twins in order. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Ober back to work. Swings here and drives one well left field. Way back, and you can forget it. And they tack one on the board. It's 3. Coming out of the bullpen for the Twins, Brock Stewart.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Now here is Mason Wynn.
You know, these Cards putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. The numbers help tell the story. I mean, they've been sitting fastball, and it's paying off in a big way so far with 6 hits against that pitch alone. With that fastball, even though it's high velocity, you've got to live on the outer edges. When it's right on a tee, right down the middle, professional hitters are not going to have a problem turning it around.
Runner on the move. That's in for a strike. Throw, and they got him.
Man, I see him trying to be aggressive right there late in this ball game, try to add on to that lead. You know, I really like the thought, but it just didn't work out that time. Nice job by the defense right there to keep things right where they are in terms of the score.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Swung on, belted. High bounce over the fence for an automatic double. Here's the left fielder, Brendan Donovan. Smoke to right, but he's got it. To third. In there safely.
It was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
And that one wrapped foul. And a base hit knocks in a run. Runner at first with 2 away. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Nolan Gorman. This one in the air, center field. Buxton makes the catch, and that is that. And new pitcher now, JoJo Romero.
And he comes on here for the first time this season, and I'm sure there's some nerves involved in that, so we'll see how he settles in.
And there's a foul ball.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here, on your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
And that one is lifted in the air. Nootbaar hauls it in for the out. 1 up, 1 down. So digging in, Jose Miranda. And first offering is fouled off. That one missed. Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. Arenado to first in time, and that is out number 2.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
Martin stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th,
he takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. And we're back. Bottom of the 8th. Now, Alex Burleson. That one ripped. And this one looks like trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. Not stopping. He's going for 3. The relay. The tag. And he's out trying for 3. Here's Nolan Arenado. This one lifted in the air. Left field. Martin pulls that one down. And there's 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. And up next for St. Louis, Ivan Herrera. Line drive, base hit. And that extends the inning. Now he turns and heads for second. The relay throw. There's the tag. They get him. And that's the inning. Back here. Ryan Helsley comes on trying to close it out. He comes in with a chance for his second save of the season.
Number 56.
0-1.
Ryan Helsley.
Well, they've kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against him.
Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe. Yeah, that's fouled off. Helsley, multi-time All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and he occasionally uses a curve. He goes down looking.
No, that's not the best 2-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black. And
Arenado fires to second for 1. Back to first, double play. And that's the ball game. Here at PNC Park, and we welcome you in. Already 2 away here in the 7th. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
2 on, 2 outs. Fights it off. You'll see another. 1-2. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. We're at the top of the 8th. Here's the center fielder, Jordan Walker. High fly ball down the left field line. That one back there, gone. 3rd home run of the season. It's 7-4. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot.
Reynolds raging back towards the wall. And that one is off the wall. And he can't make the play. And he's into second with nobody out. Runner in scoring position. No outs. And now the right fielder, Michael Ciani. And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Cardinals, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. Everything seems to be clicking, and the 6 extra base hits in the game kind of tells you everything you...
And now this is down for a base hit. And they're at the corners with nobody out.
The left fielder, number 33. Brendan
So runners at the corners,
Donovan.
Nobody out. Donovan digs in now. 1 for 4 with a double. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
The real threats are coming up. Already giving up a home run in this inning. It's going to really have to bear down.
0-1.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Now up for St. Louis, Pedro Pajes. Right through there for a strike.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to continue, finish off this hitter.
On the ground, could be 2. Connor Falefa over to second, and that's 2. 1 for the Cardinals on the solo home run. On the mound now, JoJo Romero. This southpaw's been really good against left-handed hitters. That one out to right.
JoJo
Squeezes it. 1 away.
Woo, he was all over that first pitch fastball. Just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Bart now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Swing and a miss at a slider.
0-2.
Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Pops over the wall. That's an automatic double. York now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. In the air, left field, down the line, and makes the grab. 2 away.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
That one finds the zone. That is strike 2. And down on strikes he goes. That's the 3rd out. So no.
Pitching for the Pirates.
We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Peter Strzelecki.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. Lined, and that's a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
And stepping in for the Cardinals, Alec Burleson. He's already homered in this game. And first offering is fouled off. Sajazi gets his lead at first with nobody out. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone.
With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
And it's fouled away. Line drive ripped down the left side towards the left field corner. Around first, heading for two. To second, pulls him off the bag.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Fastball pretty much.
Pitching for the
Runner in scoring position. No outs.
51.
Ivan Herrera next up for the Cardinals.
And that first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
The other way. And foul ball. Line drive. Reynolds makes the catch. And there's one away. And now the center fielder, Jordan Walker. He's already homered here in this one. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Cruz makes the grab for the second out.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
And now the shortstop, Mason Wynn. There's a swing and a drive. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. Reynolds hustles to get it in. And that's good enough to hold the lead runner at third. Runners now at the corners. Now batting Michael Ciani. Swing and a ball drilled center field. Cruz nabs it, and that'll do it. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's opened up now, 9-4. You're dialed into the show. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth. Matthew Liberator.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Next offering is in for a strike. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now, just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
Cook at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one. 2 down, nobody on. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Fastball for a strike. Got him, and that's the ball game. Live from Busch Stadium in St. Louis, Missouri. Today, the finale of this 3-game weekend set. It's the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Well, it's time for our player spotlight, Singy. Jordan Walker is a player to watch for this team this year.
He sure is, Boog. And even though he's already looking like a key contributor, he's still a young player. But most people around this organization think he's going to keep getting better and better. And I expect him to take a leap forward in his development this season. He could make a big difference for this team. So I'm excited to watch him play live in this one and see what he's got.
And now here is Jordan Walker.
Jordan Walker.
Swing and a high fly ball pulled foul, and that's out of play.
The 0-1. Back up the middle and a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away. Victor Scott next up for the Cardinals. Out to center. Marsh has this one sized up. And there are 2 outs. Back to the top. The tag, and they got him. And that'll do it. One hit. First and second, 1 out. Next is the designated hitter, Jordan Walker. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And that is out of play. We haven't seen a break in the weather, and the umpires might be forced to make a decision soon.
Yeah, I think so, Boog. I mean, everyone looking and wondering when they're going to stop play. It definitely feels close.
Two on, 1 out. Foul ball still 0-2. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one's deep. Out of here. And they throw 3 on the board. It's 4-3. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And, you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that. And probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. A dive, and he can't haul it in. It's a 2-out double, and the winning run is at second base. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
In the dirt. And the runner holds. Inside. That's ball 2. And there's a ball.
Not really attacking on the mound in this at bat. All breaking balls, so that makes me think they're not really wanting to challenge him here.
Ball 4, he walked in. And that'll keep the line moving. First and second, 2 outs. Now a chance for Lars Nootbaar. And that'll load the bases.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. They take the force out. That's the 3rd out. Back here at Busch Stadium. All set for the bottom of the 11th. Here's the Cardinal DH, Jordan Walker.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
Swing and a drive. Deep left field. Drops into the glove. Runner tags and will move up to third. Coming home. Relay throw. Tag. Got it. They cut down the winning run. So runner at second, 2 down. And now the right fielder, Lars Nootbaar. The winning run on second base. Base hit into the outfield. Runner around third on his way to the plate, and he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. Here's Nolan Gorman. This could end it. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Right past his coach, headed for the plate. The tag, and that's the ball game. Back here in Queens, and we welcome you in. Already 2 away here in the 7th. John Shambi with Chris Singleton. Two outs, bases full.
Now
and the batter now, Mark
Vientos.
And that one is in for a strike at 95. And it's 0-1. Big spot. 2 out. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That ends the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the first baseman, Pedro Pajes.
You know, these Cards, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
Swings here and blasts one left field, and it hits the fence.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat.
And it finds its way through for a hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. He put a great swing on that ball. Took the barrel right to it. Nice extension as well. 105 exit velocity. That tells you everything you need to know about that swing.
Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Makes the grab.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Turned on, but foul wide of third. And he deals. That's hard hit on the line. Nimmo makes the catch. 2 down. And up next for St. Louis, Masyn Winn. He's already homered in this game. That one fouled off. Swung on, belted, way back there. And it hits the fence. Runner from second crosses the plate, and they take a 3-run lead.
Picks himself up an RBI. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
Next to hit, Jordan Walker rips one to right, and that is that. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. Matthew Liberatore takes over on the mound. This is his 5th appearance of the year. That one to first, and that chance handled. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. And a quick out, number 1.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Ground ball to the right side. And he handles it himself for the out.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
2 down, nobody on. And that one in there at the knees for a strike. And it's 0-2. And ball one.
Missed. That's a ball.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Got him. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down. We're back.
Now
it's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Jose
70.
Butto.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
Oh, 2 now. Stays alive. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Man at first, nobody out. Now batting Michael Ciani. Runner takes off, pitching for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close. Scott at second with nobody out. Runner goes again. Pitching for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Nimmo snags it. Runner tagging from third. The throw's offline. He's saved. It's 7-3. Alec Burleson next up for the Cardinals. Hit in the air right field, and that one way back there, and that is way gone.
Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
At the plate, Pedro Pajes drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That's back there. And out of here.
Back-to-back homers always.
Pitching for the
There's
New
Nolan
York Mets.
Gorman.
Number 58. Paul Blackburn.
Smoke to right center, and this one's gonna go out of here.
Back-to-back-to-back home runs, and these guys look so dominant right now. Pitcher might want to check and see if he's tipping his pitches or not, but I tell you what, if this was basketball, that opposing team would call a timeout to try to slow down this offense.
And they get Arenado for the out. And now it's Ivan Herrera. He's already homered here in this one. And first offering is fouled off. Drilled out towards left center field. That's back. Gone. Another homer. Make that 4. So 2 away with nobody on. Mason Wynn next up for the Cardinals.
Drove it off the wall last time. Just missed out on a home run.
This one smoked on its way out of here.
Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And, you know, he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Zips it across, and that is that. They bring 9 to the plate, and 6 come around to score. To the bottom of the 9th we go. Top of the order, due up. It's the Cardinals. This game's a bit of a blowout. Let's talk about something random.
Let's do it.
All right, Singy, let's rewind for a second. When you heard that they were going to put a pitch clock into the game, what was your first thought?
Well, I thought that these guys were going to have a very difficult time to be able to regroup after each pitch and be ready to execute some type of plan at the plate, and even for pitchers on the mound.
That one finds the zone, and that is strike 1. One of the things, though, that we've seen that is kind of a thread really in every sport. These are the elite players, and so they adjust, and they've done a great job adjusting.
Absolutely, and just you tip your cap to these guys because not an easy adjustment, but they look like they've been doing it their entire lives.
So they're down to their final out. And now, Francisco Lindor. And that misses. And it's 1-0. On the ground, right side. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Cardinals take game 1 of the series on the road. Back here in Atlanta, John Sciambi alongside Chris Singleton. Thanks for joining us. We're in the 7th with nobody out. The Cardinals have had an outstanding start to the season. Not a popular pick to go far in the preseason, though, Singy.
Well, they look pretty darn good right now, Boog. The question for teams like this, though, is whether they can continue to play at this level. Maybe some guys are ahead of schedule. Maybe they're playing above their heads. Hard to say so far.
The third baseman.
Here's Nolan Arenado. He's already homered in this game. And fouled off. Fought off foul. Pierce Johnson fires. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. And the righty deals. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. That one is absolutely belted. That's down. One hops off the wall. Now a relay to second. Wide throw, and it gets away. Now second and third, and nobody out.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, That's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke. Now a huge...
Here's a rocket out to left. And that one is gone. His second of the year. It's 8-6. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off.
Now at the plate, Jordan Walker. 3 for 3 with 3 singles. And that one fouled off.
You know, these Cardinals really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. So far, they have 6 hits in the counts where the pitcher has had the advantage, so it hasn't been easy for them, but they're finding a way to get it done.
It's in and out of his glove.
Now batting.
Here comes the manager out of the Braves dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Pierce Johnson done for the night. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout.
Pitching for the Braves.
The batter will be the shortstop, Thomas Sanchez.
Dylan Lee.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
0-1's the count.
Lee in his 4th year, 30 years old now, and he was a 10th round pick back in 2016. That one hooked foul. Walker on at first, nobody out. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. That one back. Gone. That's one way to quiet the crowd. It's their 2nd home run of the inning, and they add a couple more. It's 10-6. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish.
And a foul ball.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. You're a little late, opposite field not.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Laced down the line, could be extra bases. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw in, and it's a double, making him 3 for 4 on the day.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. A solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Ciani, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1. To the right side. Steps on first for the out. Here's Contreras now.
The Cardinals, the first baseman, Wilson Contreras.
Now a screamer into the outfield, but foul. Oh, 1 down. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And it one-hops the wall. In comes the run from third to add on. Relay to second. He's in there.
There he is coming through with a knock right there. I like the fact that he gets...
Pitching for the Braves.
1 out. Runner at second.
Number 63.
Now up the Cardinals' number 4 hitter,
Underdog.
Nolan Gorman. 0 for 3 in this one. Right side, hard hit. Yeah, they get the out. Alec Burleson next up for the Cardinals. Out towards right center. That's well struck. Get out of town. He flexes his power with that swing. Their third home run of the inning. It's 13-6. That's their fifth homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here.
Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. And that keeps the inning alive. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
And now Pedro Pajes. He swings and fouls one off. That one ripped. Out of here.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for.
Pitching.
Base is empty with 2 away. Jordan Walker next up for the Cardinals.
Joe Jimenez.
That one the other way. And it stays fair. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Another big game. He's looking pretty much unstoppable at the plate. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Makes the catch, inning over. But it's a huge inning for him as they score 10 times. 7th inning stretch time. St. Louis out in front, 15-6. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. We're back in a new pitcher
now
here to start the bottom of the 7th. Riley O'Brien.
Number 55.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him. So he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And that one is in there, called strike 3. Here's Matt Olson. That one pushed to the left and foul. 1 out, base is empty. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate. Plenty of offense in this one, Singy. I guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game, looking at the pitching matchup, where you expected offense to score, and not as lopsided as this. But, yeah, you definitely expected to see some offense coming up. That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
Murphy now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. And a swing and a miss.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And down on strikes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
Singy, did anybody ever give you the silent treatment?
I don't remember that they did. I think they were pretty cool with me in terms of celebrating my rookie year. First home run came in Anaheim against the Angels, and I always love to watch now, though, especially when that player is unsuspecting. You know, some guys, they've been around long enough to know there's a good chance I'm going to get the silent treatment. But when that player's maybe been grinding it out for a little while and finally gets that home run, is expecting the big lift coming into the dugout, and they just stonewall him, it's awesome.
Every once in a while, they'll work that same trick on a veteran player. If, say, he's been cold or hasn't hit a home run in a long time, and that's always fun when you don't see it coming at all, and everybody in the dugout goes crickets on him.
Yeah, and that veteran player's usually got a response for those individuals with one or the other hands.
And up to hit is Wilson Contreras. Runner! Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from first. That's a bullet, but it goes foul.
That was your worst start one year. Didn't you start like 3 for 33 or something?
Oh, it was awesome. It was awful. Not awesome. It was awesome.
Not so awesome.
It was awesome.
Runner goes again. Pitch in for a strike. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. That one blasted deep to right. That's back there. And that one hops the wall. The throw into second. And he's in there. A run comes in on the play. Here's Nolan Gorman.
Nolan Gorman.
Swing and a drive, deep right field. And it's off the foul pole for a home run.
Well, he really crushed that thing down the line, and everyone had to hold their breath until it clanked off.
Pitching for the Braves.
Base is empty, one away.
Number
now up for
26.
St. Louis, Alec Burleson.
Iglesias.
Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Kelnick snags it on the run.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
On to first.
He's out.
And that is the third out of the inning. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now in for the Braves, Jarred Kelenic. And first offering is fouled off.
Yep, that ball went out.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that's downstairs. And it's 2-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. In the air, left field. Ciani sizing this one up. He's got it. And there's one down. Brian De La Cruz, the next to hit. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Slinging it to first in time. Here's Orlando Arcia. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that is ball 1. Foul ball there. To the right side, Contreras. That ends the frame. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. Iglesias back to work. High in the air, out to right. Under it is Acuna to make the grab. And there's one away. Here's the center fielder, Jordan Walker. Swing and a miss. 0-1. The Braves bullpen has some activity. Dylan Dodd preparing to come on if needed. Perdomo getting cranked up as well. And base hit.
Now batting.
Runner on at first with one gone.
Saggese.
And stepping in for the Cardinals, Thomas Saggese. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away. Lars Nootbaar will hit next.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
Hammered down the right side, but foul. Walker, the lead runner at second. Saggese over at first with one away. Swing and a foul out of play. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Two on, one out. And they'll do it again.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Well struck right field. And it's gone. Another homer.
Pitching for the
One
Braves.
down. Now the left fielder,
Number
Michael
46.
Ciani.
Dylan Dodd.
This one ripped, but foul to the right. Still only one out here in the inning. slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
And that's a base hit.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Nice job
Now
of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did.
Runner on the go. That's in for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close.
You know, having a good lead is so key when you're stealing bases, even if you've got great speed. But if you don't have great speed but can get an extended lead and a good jump, you can steal bases on a catcher who can really throw it. That's a nice job right there.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. And Acuna able to make the grab. And there's 2 away.
He was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
And first offering is fouled off. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. Now a long throw home. There's the tag. They get him. And that's the inning. St. Louis gets 3 on the homer. We head down. Bottom 9. So now to the plate for Atlanta. Nick Allen. Swing and a pop-up. Foul out of play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Hit on the ground to short. Sajazi. Now a jump throw. And he gets him. Nicely done.
Good late bite on that slider. Got the hitter out in front. Rolled over on it. Exactly what he was supposed to do.
Acuna now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. The Braves with a lot of ground to make up here in the last half of inning number 9.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
Goes down looking.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Number 70 stands in now and watches strike 1. Strike 2. 2 out, space is empty. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that is the ball game. It's another win for a team that's been on fire to start the year.
Yeah, Boog, love to see it. I mean, these guys are getting tons of W's, and they're putting themselves in a great position to contend for the postseason.
Back here at Great American Ballpark with Chris Singleton, I'm John Sciambi. Thanks for joining us. Nobody out here in inning number 8. Here's the third baseman, Santiago Espinal.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
In the air, center field. Makes the catch for the out. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Elly De La Cruz.
That's in.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Late on that fastball.
1-1.
Swing and a miss. 1 and 2.
1 and 2's the count.
In the air out to center. It falls in, and that's a hit. And the go-ahead run is on base.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands. Tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Stevenson swings through it for strike one. Swings and misses. And the count is 0-2.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
And now the center fielder, T.J. Friedl. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. And that's off the outside edge. And the count even 1-1. Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. Tosses to first. Inning over. That's a crucial. Back here in Cincinnati. All set for the start of the inning. Now here is Ivan Herrera.
Number 15.
He swings and drives one out to deep left field. And it bangs off the out-of-town scoreboard. So a man at first. Jordan Walker next up for the Cardinals. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. And that one hammered. That's back. Say goodbye to that one.
It's like he's playing wiffle ball up there, and that's typically not the easiest way to hit a home run. To the slight opposite field, into the gap. Man, making it look easy, that's for sure.
And now it's going to be Thomas Saggese. Swings and misses. And that is strike two.
It's a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
Right through there, got it. And he's gone for the 4th time tonight. Now batting Michael Ciani.
Michael Ciani.
And first offering is fouled off.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field knock.
Spits the plate, and that's strike 2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Gosh, here it is, hit it. 3-pitch strikeout, all fastballs. Man, he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch right now.
Scott in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2. Another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. 2 runs for St. Louis on this blast. It's now 4-1. All set for the bottom of the 9th. And
the right fielder.
Here comes the closer here in the 9th, Ryan Helsley.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
0-2.
Swings through it for the K. Some high cheese for strike 3.
Well, that right there is what you want to see out of your closer. Come in and close the door, cancel any hope that that opponent has in making some type of comeback in the ball game. Tell you what, that helps him settle in, and that helps everybody else relax a little bit to get these other 2 outs.
Swing and a miss. Now 1-2.
1-2.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Now only 1 out remaining.
Well, it's kind of tough right here. Closer comes in and he strikes out the first 2 hitters. It's hard not to feel defeated and that this is going to go quickly. But you got to go up there, maybe try to find a way to choke up on the bat, spread out, put the ball in play, and maybe you can extend this inning.
2 outs, base is empty. Sends it to center, and that's going to do it. He's got it. Ball game. And the Cardinals claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense. Back here in St. Louis with Chris Singleton, I'm John Sciambi. Thanks for joining us. Ninth inning here with one away. Alec Burleson now at the plate. He's already homered here in this one. And that one fouled off.
Now, Boog, this is a real tough place for visiting teams to come in and close out ball games for a win.
Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field.
Contreras headed home. One runs in. And they hold the runner at third. Potential tying run 90 feet away now.
Such great
pitching change here. Danny Young.
And never an easy situation coming in with runners at second and third. He's got a base to work with, so he doesn't have to be perfect, but he does have to make some quality pitches.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
The winning run on second base. Hard liner. Wow! Ball game! Back in Washington, D.C., we're in the eighth with one man out. John Sciambi alongside Chris Singleton here in the booth.
Here comes Wilson Contreras. 0 for 3 in this one.
Contreras.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
To the left side, but it is well foul.
Power relievers one after another coming out of the bullpen these days. Got to be ready for that first pitch heater.
That one hammered, but pulled foul. With the go-ahead run at the plate, and we're in the top of the eighth. Hammered. Could be extra bases. Runner around third. One runs in, around third. He scores to tie it up.
Well, he was a little off balance. He got the front foot down, but was so great at keeping the hands back and allowed him still to get good wood to this baseball. Big one there as he drives in a couple of runs.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here's the second baseman, Nolan Gorman. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. That one is absolutely belted. And it hits the base of the wall. The run comes in to score from second. Not in time. He's safe.
Big RBI for him right there. He absolutely ripped that ball out front and almost got it out of here, man. Just a really strong, balanced swing and a fraction of an inch different on the bat, and it is probably out of here.
Stretches out and hauls it in. Runner tags at second, and he moves up to third. Now 2 away.
Now batting, third baseman.
Nato comes in to take his cuts.
He's been really clutch with runners in scoring position this season, so they'll have to be extra careful in this matchup.
On the ground to third. That's a base hit. Run scores.
Got the job done to put him up by 2. There's something about pulling one down.
Now
number 62 into the game.
And he's been racking up strikeouts at a high rate this year. Typically at least 1 an inning, so he'll be tough to get to.
And now it's Ivan Herrera. Wood pulls it down. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Ryan Fernandez.
Number 64.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here. This is the type of hitter his club wants it to play, especially playing from behind. He's hoping to...
Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. No throw.
And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Now it's going to be James Wood. And a swing and a miss there.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
And that's outside.
That pitch is out.
Swing at a high fly ball right field.
And there's one down. Here's C.J. Abrams now. Fought off foul. Tying run at the plate. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
0-2.
In the air, left side. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 down. And now it's Keibert Ruiz. And that one is in for a strike. With the tying run at the plate, here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Strike 2.
Looking very settled on the mound here in the 8th. One more out, they'll probably hand it off to their closer for the 9th with at least a 2-run lead.
Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. Now a move being made for a pinch hitter, Jose Tena. He represents the go-ahead run. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2. Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strike. Now into the ball game on defense. Dylan Cruz. He takes over and right. That's hard hit on the line. Wood makes the grab, 1 down. Mason Wynn next up for the Cardinals.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Action in the pen down there. Mason Thompson looks to be getting ready for Dave Martinez. Number 68 also getting ready. Line to left. Slide, and he catches it. Victor Scott next up for the Cardinals. Fouled off to the right.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
And no one can get there. Man at first, and up next for St. Louis, Brendan Donovan. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Strike in there. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. That's ripped. Base hit. Scott coming home. He'll score. Now the tag at second, and he's out. Trying for 2. Back here in now. So they turn to their closer, Ryan Helsley.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
On the outside corner, got him looking. He's 2 outs away. Jacob Young digging in for the Nationals.
That's a ball.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Helsley, a former All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, and he occasionally uses a curve. Fouls one off. 2-2. Out towards left center. Donovan makes the grab. 2 down. Last chance for the Nats in this one. Up now for Washington, Nathaniel Lowe. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1. They're down to their final strike.
No ball.
2 down, nobody on. We're in the last half of the 9th inning.
3.
Got him, and that's the ball game. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. Welcome in. We're in the 8th inning with 2 outs. John Sciambi along with Chris Singleton. The Redbirds putting together a terrific season so far, about a third of the way in. Singy, they're far ahead compared to where they were expected to be this year.
For sure, Boog. It's amazing to me how small a margin there is between just one of those ho-hum years and a great season. 1 or 2 players break it out can make all the difference.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
Very solid inning on the mound so far here in the 8th. Holding on to this narrow lead. This is exactly what they were looking for.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Big spot. 2 out. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard. Swing and a drive. This one is crushed. No doubt about it. And here in the late stages, they have the lead. And that should quiet this home crowd. His 13th home run of the season, and they tack on 3. It's 5-3. That sound you hear is every writer. So 2 down. Ivan Herrera next up for the Cardinals. He's already homered in this game.
Rui.
Center field. Marsh on the move. Makes the catch. And that'll do it. They turn things over to the southpaw, Jojo Romero. He has a great slider with tons of movement. There's the swing and a miss.
0-1's the count.
That one's in there, and it's 0-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, he made pretty quick work of him right there. You look at the sequence, everything down at the knees and below. And some guys are good low ball hitters, but right there, they clearly had a plan to pound that part of the zone, and he wasn't able to put up much of a fight.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
0-2 is the count.
Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, this is exactly what you're looking for from your bullpen arm when you roll them out there to start a new inning, hold on to a small lead. Just such a stabilizing effect. And not only get the first two hitters, but to strike them out. That gives everyone on defense a big boost of confidence.
Got the bat going too soon at strike two. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. 3 up. All set to start the 9th in this one. Here's the center fielder, Jordan Walker. Into center and a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
With that fastball, even though it's high velocity, you've got to live on the outer edges. When it's right on a tee, right down the middle, professional hitters are not going to have a problem turning it around.
So, man aboard, Thomas Saggese getting ready to hit. And first offering is fouled off. Ruiz, 6'1" righty, 245 pounds, and he was born in Venezuela. Ripped on a line. Kepler hauls it in for the out. 1 down. Now batting Michael Ciani.
Michael Ciani.
There's a swing and a drive. And that gets down in the corner. Into second, and he's got a double.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clearly ready to jump all over it.
And now Victor Scott, right side, and that's just foul.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. This one looks like trouble. 1 run across. Another comes in to score, and they're up by 4.
Gets the job done as he brings home a pair. Really good swing.
Pitching for the
Wilson Contreras now up to the plate. 0 for 3 in this one.
Jordan Romano.
Into center. Marsh running hard. Squeezes it. Tags up from second, and he'll head to third. Mason Wynn next up for the Cardinals. Homered last night. Added another hit as well. Swung on, belted. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
He's safe.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Next to hit, Alec Burleson. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That's down. 1 hops off the wall. The run comes in from second, and it's 9-3. Cut off, throw to third. Caught in a rundown now. Tag, and he's out. Try to get back, and that. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the 9th. Trevor Stephan.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Swings and misses, struck him out. And here comes Alec Bohm. And a foul ball. 1 out, bases empty. Base hit, center field. Max Kepler at the plate. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now.
0-2 is the count.
Man at first, 1 away. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And they're down to their last out.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close.
And that's a base hit. Runner puts on the brakes at second. So it's first and second with 2 out. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Garrett Stubbs. Swinging a foul straight back at the belt and fires. They're down to their final strike. Stephan is just 1 strike away. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game. They're cementing themselves as one of the top teams in the league. Another W in this one.
Great play just about every single game from them, and it's really been impressive. I think we might be witnessing something really special here.
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Detroit Tigers taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Well, a fun souvenir in this one, Singy. Lars Nootbaar, honored with this game's bobblehead giveaway.
Man, Boog, I always wanted a bobblehead of my own. I guess I just wasn't good enough, man. So I'm going to be honest and say I'm a little jealous of him, but you know,
now up for St. Louis, Lars Nootbaar. On the ground to first, and it finds its way through for a hit.
that play looks routine defensively, but with all of the little nooks, it can get real tricky down in the corner. Kept it to a long single. Nice defensive play.
One, two.
In the dirt. Up the middle, Sweeney. There's one. A sensational double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
So the batting order turns over. Now it's the right fielder, Lars Nootbaar. Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. All loaded up, bottom half of inning number 2. Fly ball down the line. This has got a chance, and it is foul.
Oh, man, that's a tough one to swallow. Had the distance, just couldn't keep it fair. Imagine how great that feels running.
Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. Gone! Grand slam! Oh, my! His 7th home run of the season. And they tack on to their lead. It's 6-0. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth.
Fly ball to right. And that'll fall for a base hit. The throw to third. And he's out.
Well, it's always a risk when you're pushing for third like that. A bang-bang play. Had a chance to make it. Maybe a little better slide around the tag, but a nice job by the defense to cut off that runner.
That's ripped to right down the line. And foul ball. Out towards right center. That's well struck. And that one hops the wall. It's a double. 3rd hit of the night for him.
Putting some good swings on the ball. That's his second extra base hit in this one. Off the bat, it was headed for the gap all the way. And as a hitter, you love seeing those as you take your first couple of steps out of the box. You know you've got some real estate to run on. It's such a good feeling. Nice liner into the gap right there.
Tags the runner for one. Now the number 2 hitter, Colt Keith. In the air, right field, pretty well struck back there, and that's going to bang against the wall. Now he launches a throw over his head, and he's in safely at third as a run scores.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
And first offering is fouled off. 2 on, 1 out. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Throw back in, holds the runner at third. Base is now loaded. Only 1 away.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Popped up, and the infield fly rule called. So they're all loaded up. Here's Contreras now. Popped in the air, left field, and that is that. So they get 1.
Now batting.
So up next, Lars Nootbaar. We can't forget what he did back in the second. Singy, that was a big swing in this one.
Yeah, grand slam, Boog. Huge moment early on in this one that set him up pretty nicely.
Swings and pulls it foul to the right side. And that one pulled foul. Herrera, the lead runner, out at second. Walker at first. 1 gone. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Swing and blast one down the line. It's gone if it's fair, but it hooks foul.
Well, that ball was hit pretty hard and sure had home run distance, but if you're the pitcher out there on the mound, you execute it. Just a long strike. You go after him and finish him off.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. 1 out. Runners at first and second. Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field. That's back there, and it is gone. Another homer. He's done it again. His second homer of the game, and they add to the lead. It's 10-3. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive.
He's got it. Ball game. And the Cardinals making 6 straight victories. Back now at Oriole Park. John Sciambi alongside Chris Singleton. Thanks for joining us. We're in the 7th with nobody out. And that is out of play. A little out front there as he swings through it.
0-2.
And And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. One away. And into the box for Baltimore, Gunnar Henderson. And fouled off. Looking to get the tying run on base. Pitch is in for a strike, and it's 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. This one popped up. Arenado pulls it down, and he makes the catch. Out number 2.
Well, that's a frustrating into the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics, and instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up. Unfortunate for him.
1-1.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Holding on to a 1-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. Swings and misses. And the Orioles set down in order. And we're back. Now it's the second baseman, Thomas Saggese. Dominguez back to work. That one ripped left field. That's down. One hops off the wall. And he's going to get to second with nobody out.
All over that one right there. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
And here is Alec Burleson. That one ripped way back there. And that one is gone. Touchdown, Utah Street. He circles the bases. It's 6-3. One pitch, one swing, one home run.
Yeah, you could say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact. Well, I'm sure there's a big grin on his face right now, Boog. He's probably had some of those that didn't stay fair, but off the bat, it looked like he was going to bend foul.
Here's Nolan Arenado. 3 for 3 with 3 singles.
Number 78. Yadier Cano.
Right through there for a strike.
Cano, a former All-Star. He features a sinker, a changeup, a slider, and he works in a four-seamer.
He was all over that one. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Herrera in the box now. No balls and a strike. Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. Mateo hauls it in, and there's one away. Jordan Walker digs in now. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a ball driven out to center. That's back there. And that ball is gone.
Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Gets to it with a slide. Throw to first, and it beats him. What a play. Now batting Michael Ciani. There's a strike. 95 of that one.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. It gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
And that's in for a strike. Movement in the Orioles bullpen. Cionel Perez is up and throwing for Brandon Hyde. Soto also throwing. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. Ends the inning after they racked up runs. Back at the ballpark as we take a check of the bullpen so far this season. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike one.
0-1.
Late on that fastball.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Foul ball still 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Oh, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle
Now
Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
Kowser batting with one down.
0-1.
Takes a strike. One out, bases empty. And that's through there for a strike. 0-2.
Well, he didn't like those first two pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole, he's going to have to battle, hope he gets a mistake.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. 2 down, bases empty. Ryan O'Hearn comes up to hit. Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. That is the inning. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Swings through that one.
0-2.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance
Now
you want to
batting,
flush.
the
He just
first
hasn't
baseman,
looked very
Pedro
comfortable up there. Just one of those
Pavez.
days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Base is empty, one away here at the top of the ninth. Slice to right. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner. Makes the turn and heads for second. The relay. And he's out easily.
Gotta love the hustle and the attitude there to try to stretch that single into a double, but unfortunately thrown out at second base. He was so close to being in scoring position.
Now here is Thomas Sajazi, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Now he'll turn for second. Not stopping. He's going for 3. The throw to third, and he's out trying for 3. Back here in Baltimore. New pitcher for the Cardinals, Trevor Stephan.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in
Now
throwing
pitching
strikes,
for St.
attacking these hitters.
Number 37, Trevor.
On the corner for a strike. Stephan in his 5th season, 29 years old, and they traded for him earlier this year. Got him looking. 1 out.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now, just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in, so hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now. I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Orioles down to their final out. Jorge Mateo now. And it's fouled away. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the last half of inning number 9. They're down to their final strike. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Stephan is just 1 strike away. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that is the ball game. Back here in St. Louis, and we welcome you in. Already 2 away here in the 7th. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. Here's Nolan Gorman, 1 for 3. High fly ball, right field. This could go the distance. Home run!
No doubt in my mind, just about everybody.
So now 2 down. So now it's Nolan Arenado.
Number 56, Hunter Harvey.
Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Melendez in position, and that's the inning. Back at the ballpark as we take a check of the bullpen so far this season. Liberator back to work. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field.
Well, these Royals doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. They're up to double-digit hits as a team, and if it seems like they haven't been barreling up the ball, you're right. Half of their hits haven't even been considered hard hits.
Nootbaar makes the grab, 1 away. Jonathan India at the plate. He was late there, strike 1.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
Slings to first, and he's out.
Couple of pitches and a quick out.
The batter.
Now here's
7,
Bobby Witt Jr. He's one of the best players in the game.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
The shortstop takes the ball. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
In the air, right side of the infield. Contreras under it, and he's got it. And that is bottom of the inning. And now the Cardinals catcher, Ivan Herrera. And that's in for a strike. It's 0-1. Bullpen action for the Royals. Chris Stratton, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. Serpa getting loose as well. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
And down on strikes he goes. 1 gone to the bottom of the 8th. And stepping in for the Cardinals, Mason Wynn. That one ripped left field. It 1 hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. He's in with a double, and that's his 2nd double of the night.
These hitters today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that
one around. So now here's the Cardinals' designated hitter, Jordan Walker. That's towards center. Isbell makes the play. Relay throw to second. To second with the throw and no chance. New inning getting started.
Royals, the catcher, number 13, Salvador Perez.
Check swing, called strike.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
No ball.
And down on strikes. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. Pasquantino stands in now and watches strike 1. Next offering is fouled back. Fights it off. He'll see another. 1 down, base is empty. Strike him out without a swing. Royals down to their final out.
This is definitely what a team likes to see out of their closer. Come in and just destroy all hope. First 2 batters, 2 strikeouts. See if he can strike out the side.
Helsley is just one strike away. On the ground, and this should do it. Throw to first, ball game. And the Cardinals take the series opener here at home. Back here at Busch Stadium, and we welcome you in. Already 2 away here in the 7th. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. And that one fouled off. Big spot. 2 out. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Foul ball, it stays 0-2. Breaking ball misses down and away. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. And that's the 3rd out. Set for the last half of the 7th. And here's the catcher, Pedro Pages. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Back there. It's a bomb.
When you're working with this kind of velocity.
Now batting Michael Ciani. 0 for 2 in this
Number
one.
54, Brendan.
Hit on the ground to short. And he beats the throw very close right there.
Well, that's one of those where you just have to tip your cap because he couldn't have played that one any better. Stood no chance with the speed running down the line.
And here is Mason Wynn. Fouled off down the right side. Runner on the go again. That one drilled left field. One hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. Rounds 3rd, headed for the plate. He'll score easily. The throw to 3rd, and he's out trying for 3. Lars Nootbaar next up for the Cardinals. That one is absolutely belted. And in one hops the wall. Around first and hustling for second. In safely. It's a double and his 2nd hit.
Another multi-hit game for him. He's been really hot lately. Ripped that one down the line and kept it fair. And even when you hit it that far out front, you still have to keep your hands tight to your body so you don't hook around that baseball and put it in foul territory. And that right there was perfect.
Donovan in the box now. No balls and a strike. Throws to first in time. Quick recovery from the misplay. Pays off for the out. The tag, and he's out at the plate. Eric Miller gets handed the rock out of the pen.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton. Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in. Well, he went up there trying to be aggressive, that's for sure, hacking at those first two pitches, but clearly that last one fooled him. He could have been sitting on something else entirely, but you want to be able to adjust on 0-2 and at least get a swing off when it's in the zone. Maybe choke up, maybe spread out your stance a little bit. You got to give the guy credit on the mound, though. He went right after it.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. The pitch. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 8th. Now up for St. Louis, Wilson Contreras. Little back to work. Swing and a ball hammered left field. And that is gone. He'll touch them all. And they add to their lead. It's 5-1. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now.
Here's Nolan Gorman. Swing at a high fly ball, well struck. That one's carrying. Gone onto the grass hill for a homer.
Back-to-back Jackson.
And up next for St. Louis, Alec Burleson. 1 for 3.
Now pitching for the Blue Jays.
That one pushed foul.
Number 50.
You know, these cards,
Eric,
simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. Everything seems to be clicking, and the 6 extra base hits in the game kind of tells you everything you need to know. They're not getting fooled up there at all.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's the first out.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there, and it wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
Hard ground ball, base knock. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. And now, Pedro Pajes. He's already homered here in this one. Lifted to left center, way back there, and that is gone. Another homer. Their 3rd home run of the inning. It's 8-1. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish.
And it looks like trouble. Around first, heading for 2. And that's a double.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. He hit that ball really well to deep right field right there. Got a pitch to drive and just stayed through it nicely. Didn't quite have the trajectory to clear the fence, but you're always happy with an extra base hit.
The 0-1. Liner caught at second.
From up here, it looked like that liner might be splitting the gap in right center.
Now
that's one of those atom balls you just have to live with as a hitter.
Now, Lars Nootbaar. And there's a fly ball deep right field. And that one is off the wall. The run comes in from second. It's 9-1. It's a double. 3rd hit of the night for him. Well, Singy, he is locked in. So they turn things over to the righty, Tommy Nance.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Donovan in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Here's the 0-1. Line drive, caught. But 9 batters hit in the inning, 5. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
All right, Singy, you've tightened up the hairdo, but back when you played, how valuable was it to have a barber in the clubhouse?
Well, Boog, I'm going to say invaluable. That's how valuable that it was because I was the barber. Yes, I was the team barber, man. I'd be cutting hair 7:05 game. I'd be finishing cutting someone's hair at 6:45. And I'd ask these guys, you're making millions of dollars. Why can't you go to a stylist and get your hair done? You're coming to the clubhouse pressuring me to cut your hair before a game.
Swinging a foul straight back. Would they pay you?
No, absolutely not. Not even a meal on the road. So I think it's great now that most of these teams have professional barbers that come in and make them look fresh before the games.
Scale of 1 to 10, how good a barber were you?
For a non-professional, I'd say I was probably a 7. But if I was comparing to professionals, I'd be like a 3. I'll never forget the time that I cut Jose Canseco's hair.
Got him, and that's the ball game. Back here at American Family Field. Welcome in. We're in the 8th. 2 men out. John Sciambi along with Chris Singleton. Here's the left fielder, Brendan Donovan. That one hooked foul. Big spot. 2 out. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard. In the air, right field. Frelick running hard to get it. And that's the 3rd out. Back here in Milwaukee. Trevor Stephan gets the call from the pen.
Now just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Contreras takes it to the bag. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Blake Perkins. Foul ball. There's a swing and a drive. That one back there. That'll make it out of here.
Well, not every home run is a majestic blast off the bat, and even though he hit it pretty well, it was anything but a sure thing to get out. But today, the conditions were right. He got just enough of it, and I think the backspin really helped that thing carry.
Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Handles, throws to first. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. We go to the 9th, and up to hit is Willson Contreras. Ripped, but it curls foul. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And that one is out of here. His 2nd homer of this series. It's 4-3.
He's really seeing the ball well lately. Good things are going to happen when you're locked in like this. Most times it's the pitcher looking at the scoreboard for velocity. But in this case, it's the hitter. He just turned around triple digits.
Left-hander out of the bullpen, Aaron Ashby.
And he's got a big-time breaking ball to contend with. Hitters going to have to pick it up early if they're going to have any chance.
Here's Nolan Gorman. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. Swung on, belted. Perkins gives chase, long run. Can't get there, it's into the gap. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
Oh, that at-bat had a lot riding on it. Certainly a pivotal swing of the bat in this ball game. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field. And now a crucial opportunity to tie up this game with another base hit.
And a little something extra at stake in this at-bat. This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Out of here. Second home run of the inning for him. And that's how they take the lead. It's 5-4. That adds another game to his hitting streak, Chris.
Yeah, he's been doing so many things well at the plate and clearly driving the ball with some authority as part of that. He's really dangerous with the bat in his hands right now.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That one is gone. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. His 18th home run of the season.
Pitching for the Brewers.
And now it's Ivan Herrera.
Number 47, Jared Koenig.
Ripped in the air, left field, and a touchdown for a base hit.
They are really feeding off each other. That's 5 hits in a row. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Walker, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike one. Herrera gets his lead at first. Nobody out. That one hammered center field. Back there. And it hits the fence. Throw comes in. Runners stop. Second and third. Nobody out.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Just missed out on a home run right there.
Calling for the intentional walk, and that loads up the bases. And the force play is now in order. Bases loaded. Nobody out. Digging in, Victor Scott. This one's blistered. No doubt about it. Out of here. Grand slam. A gigantic blast. Make that 4 homers in the inning.
Now pitching for the Brewers.
So digging in, Brendan Donovan.
Number 25, Nick Mears.
And first offering is fouled off. And that one fouled off.
He's dealing with a great 2-strike hitter right here. The strikeout is not automatic.
Right through there, got him. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth. Here comes Wilson Contreras. He's already homered in this game. You see the velocity, 97 with that fastball. Already 8 runs across this inning here at the top of the ninth. Right through there for a strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Gosh, here it is, hit it. 3-pitch strikeout, all fastballs. Man, he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch right now.
Gorman now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there.
Hey, 7 straight strikes to start the frame. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going. Tries to get back, but he can't. The throw hangs him out to dry, and the inning. Well, Ryan Fernandez
now
taking over on the mound. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again.
0-1's the
And a
count.
pitch.
Fernandez.
On the ground to the left. Arenado to first in time. And the leadoff man retired here in the ninth. Hoskins now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. And a strike on the outside edge.
Yeah, you see some guys into the fashion nowadays and big on the gram, as the kids like to say. Post their fits, right? That's what you say?
Is that what it is?
Fit? Your fit, your outfit, your fit.
Got a little drip around the neck, too.
Yeah, believe it. Scale of 1 to 10, how old do we sound right now?
Really old, like close to Social Security benefits.
Yeah.
1 strike away. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.